Hey everyone, how's it going, and welcome back to another video. So I'm sure that you have probably seen so many videos out there talking about the new iPhones and obviously the other Apple products that they talked about yesterday. Now I'm actually super excited. So at the same time, it was an absolute great event, and I was actually FaceTiming my friend at the time because we both loved them, and we was just talking backwards and forwards about the stuff that we found really exciting.
Baby, while we're young.
First of all, we need to talk about the main attraction, which is of course the iPhone XS. I'm currently on one of my favourite websites actually, which is called REFERRALS. So if you do want to check all this information out, I'll leave a link down in the description below. The iPhone XR, which starts at $749. So that is probably one of my favourite iPhones that they released, only because the XS was very similar to the 10. So if you've got a 10, I don't really see the point of upgrading unless that's the type of person that you are and you like to have the up-to-date phone, then go ahead. But I personally, if I had the 10, I wouldn't upgrade to the XS. But the XR is actually really cool. So it's essentially, now get ready for this because this can get confusing. So that's essentially the iPhone X screen in an iPhone 8 standard body, which is essentially should be called the iPhone 9 because it was after the 8. But then it is also very similar to the iPhone 5C because of the different colours that it has. And that is then what the iPhone XR is. So of course, now that they have released new iPhones, the previous generations do go down in price. So I'm just reading here, the iPhone 7 will start from $449 in 32GB and will increase to $669 for the 128GB for the iPhone 7 Plus. You then got the iPhone 8, which starts at $599 in 64GB and will rise up to $849 for the iPhone 8 Plus in 256GB. Whew. So obviously all the pre-orders for the iPhone XS and the iPhone XS Max, which I am actually really enjoying that name. So the iPhone XS, the iPhone XS Max and the Apple Watch Series 4 pre-orders will start September 14th. So you've got, well, in fact they actually start tomorrow. And then you have the smartwatch, which will actually release next Friday, September 21st. The iPhone XR starts in, I think, 5 different colours. So you have the white, the black, the blue, the coral, the yellow, and the product red colours, which are all available in 64GB, 128GB, and 256. Pre-orders for those will start on Friday, September 14th, and it will, oh really? I didn't realise that. So the iPhone XR will come out on October 26th, so we've got a little while to wait for that yet. Which I'm assuming that, judging by that, they are actually going to have an October live stream as well, which I hope that they do. So the iPhone XR is expected to come out in October 26th, I believe, yeah. Which we've got a little while to wait for that yet. But I'm assuming because of the October 26th, that's going to be around about the same time that they have their October live stream, which they don't always do. But I'm hoping that they do because we still have not heard anything about AirPower. Where the hell is this thing? So AirPower, if you have forgotten because it's been a pretty long time since then, is basically a white bat where you can charge your iPhone wireless charging devices, the AirPods, and also the Apple Watch at the same time. So the only reason and thing that I can think of why it's taking so long for it to come out is because the AirPods will have to support wireless charging. So I don't know if they're having issues with that, which is maybe causing a delay. And also, after the event, I actually went onto Apple's website because I wanted to look at their website to see what they've done to it. And I've realised that they've got rid of the iPhone X. So I don't know if that was meant to be some sort of limited edition device or something. But the iPhone X is not on their website anymore. I think yesterday when I went onto their website, it said we was updating some stuff. And then when I clicked on iPhone, I saw that it had iPhone X. So I pressed on that and it took me straight to the iPhone XS page. So I was very confused by that. I'm assuming by the fact that it's not on their website that it was just a 10th anniversary phone and that's it, it's limited edition. So I'm sure eBay sellers are probably super excited at the moment. So the iPhone XS starts at $999 and the iPhone XS Max starts at $1,099. So I was actually really confused by this because usually with their Max or Plus phones, they're usually around $299 more than the standard. So I thought that the XS Max would be $1,299, but it's only another $100 for the Max. So I don't understand why it's costing so much for a XS phone, but then to have so many more pixels and obviously upgraded specs and all that for only $100. So in my opinion, I would probably just get the XS Max for the sake of $100. or £100. So the iPhone XS has a 5.8-inch OLED display, whilst the XS Max has a 6.5-inch OLED display. This is getting super confusing. Now, Apple Watch Series 4. So, when I was looking at the event and I was watching it online, I saw that the display was fully round, and I'm super excited about that. Oh, hang on. I'll go back onto the Apple Watch in a second, but it just said here that Apple's iPhone XS, XS Max and XR won't be shipping with a Lightning to 3.5 headphone jack adapter. So I'm very confused as to why that's not shipping with a headphone jack, but oh well. Now this is the thing that annoys me. So the XR has a 6.1-inch liquid retina LCD display. LCD. We are now in the 21st century in 2018 to the point where we are now moving on to OLED and HDR displays. Why is a phone that has an LCD display at $749? Now I understand that obviously it has Face ID, it has the portrait mode, it has the notch, so all of that proximity sensors and all of that is in there. So it's going to be quite an expensive job. But $749, nearly £800 for an LCD display. So the main attraction of the Apple Watch Series 4 was the fact that it could now do a ECG, which is electrocardiogram, which is an electric heart rate sensor. So that's actually going to be really cool for people that will obviously need it, because now to have it on your wrist and not having to go to the actual doctors is going to be super helpful. And I also saw that it had a new functional crown, so that it's been completely redesigned so that it's now more high tech. And the fact that it also has a, so the ECG reading from the Apple Watch, users will be able to place one finger on the digital crown while wearing the watch. The reading is completed in just 30 seconds, allowing users to determine whether their hearts are beating in an irregular pattern, or if there are signs of atrial fibrillation, which can be an indicator of serious health problems. So basically that the watch is now going to be able to monitor your health a lot more, which I think can be super helpful. But then again, if you want to pay that extra for the price of having that, then obviously go ahead. I will leave some links down in the description below if you guys do want to check it out. And until then, don't forget to go down there and give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And you will see me in my next video. See you later. Goodbye.